What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gung-Fu Super Bowls podcast, the number one podcast for Kung Fu martial arts movies and pop culture. Hey, Stevens, what episode is this? God damn. What happened to Super Stevens? Barker, what went down?
She's fired again.
She came in asking for a crazy amount of money on that contract. We pushed back. We don't. How much money we got on Anchor right now, Enrique? Barker?
It's 38. 50 or something like that.
And she asked for 39. We said, fuck that. Goddamn red cent over that. Nah, Super New Stevens is not joining us today, so it's going to be a shit show. Everything is not going to be fact-checked today. We're just fucking throwing out lies. I'm going to tell the biggest tales ever, so it's going to be good to go, guys. But, hey, Abarca, say hi.
Hey, mahalo, folks.
Enrique?
Hello.
And remember, my name is Ivan. What episode is this, really? I don't fucking even know. She's always...
94, 93?
87. Way to fucking do it, guys. We made it happen. We're there. We're good to go. A lot of crap to talk about.
In a row?
In a row. A lot of crap to talk about today, but we're going to talk about something without ruining it for Enrique because he fucking didn't do his goddamn homework. But,
wow. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, we can talk. We haven't talked about episode 2 on here.
But there was a really interesting conversation that even John and I were having about this episode. So we can. Well, let's just talk about the series. We're loving it, right? Enrique, you're loving it so far. Yeah. I know Stevens is enjoying it. Abarca refuses to watch it because he wants more Mandalorian. You can have both. You can have both, Abarca.
No.
It's already made, bro. Like, it's fine. Like, whether you watch it or not, it's there. Just watch it.
I hope at some point in time, Abarca, some point in time you give it a shot because it is really, really good. But it's been really cool watching it with my wife, and Abarca talked about this. Like, it's really cool that I can love it being such a fan of the show, and my wife is totally like on board, having no idea what the video is about. Your experience, Enrique, you know what the game's about, right? But you really never played it. How have you been liking it?
I again, you keep saying I've never played it. I never finished it.
Oh, but you never finished it. Sorry.
Yeah.
But what has your experience been so far?
I mean, I'm loving it. It's there's definitely those callbacks to the video game, and there are little callbacks here and there where, like, even in episode 2 when they're going through the museum and the lady goes through that crack, there's a bunch of stuff covering a walkway and she's got to climb up there, and like he helps her up. All that stuff you do in the video game. It's little stuff like that they could have easily just ignored, but they throw it in there just to kind of give you that to the video game player. I've been enjoying it. I'm watching it with my wife as well, and she's really enjoying it. So a reason why I haven't seen the newest episode, because I'm trying to be good and not go ahead of her and because then I have to deal with that. But so far so good, man. It's really good.
This is like the game I always tell people, like, if you it's not all just Pac-Man, it's not all just fucking Crossy Road or whatever, right? Like,
yeah,
they tell beautiful stories, and this has for sure been one of my favorite storytelling games that I ever played. I think this and BioShock, the OG BioShock, to me were just like have been my favorite story wise, for sure. But it's been cool for it to translate and actually work and feel like the people that are doing it actually do respect the game, which is what we like for the nerds that like of comic books and the nerds of like different things. That's what you want. You want somebody that's actually going to like try to make this good and still like make it for the masses, but at the same time, make it for the fans, and kind of do both and stuff like that. So it's been good. So episode 3 drops and Stevens sees me on Monday and she's like, I fucking wept. And I was like,
really?
Oh, I've heard this is the one. So they're saying that there's 2 episodes in this whole series that are just fucking bangers, like just beautiful, right? And this one, what's really cool about it is they literally took a letter in the game and made it into an episode. And
the letters you pick up?
Yeah. How you pick up, and there's always like these things. They took one of them and made it into something. And I watched it Tuesday. Holy fuck, bro. Like, so good. And I'm an emotional fucking wreck right now. I watched that goddamn commercial for the dogs with what's her name, Melissa Etheridge singing in the background. I lose my shit. So, dude, this was fucking way too much for me, bro. Like, it was so good.
It's Sarah McLachlan, bro.
Whoever it was.
What'd you say, Will? What'd you say?
Melissa Etheridge.
Melissa Etheridge.
Melissa Etheridge, whatever. It was like, you know who it was? It was Lauryn Hill singing in the background, and it got to me. But bro, it's such a beautiful love story, and it's so good. But if you haven't heard this, Enrique, I'm going to ruin this, but I don't know how you haven't already. Abarca, what you being somebody who hasn't watched it, what have the internets been mad about with this episode so far?
Nick Offerman is one of the characters in this episode, and he is gay in the TV show, and it's the story of how he meets his significant other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he's a lot like Ron Swanson, and then Ron Swanson finds this person, right?
Yes, it's a great way to put it, Abarca. Yes, he is a man's man. And what I think happened is men's, like, the people that are the most mad are the ones that are like, yeah, hell yeah, dude, zombies. I'll be like, that motherfucker, I build my own fucking fort, and I would do this, and hell yeah, bro. And then when he turns gay, like, it scared him, bro. And they couldn't deal with it. They were bamboozled, and they didn't like it at all.
Their MAGA hats fell off when they went to
Instead of clutching their pearls, Abarca, they clutched their hat. They were like, oh, they were like, oh, I never. But it's a shame. Like, I don't get it. Like, yeah, it is, and it's not like
that's not the video game, right?
No, in the game he does have the male name in it. It does.
Oh, in the letter?
Says, yeah, it
okay.
says Bill. You don't see any of it. Oh, you fucking see it. Like you do, but whatever. It's like one fucking scene, and the rest of it is just sheer fucking beauty, bro. Like,
yeah.
God damn, dude. Like, I looked at my wife and I was like, we have to love each other like that, bro. Like, dude, like, I don't know how you can hate. I'm stupid. I know why you can hate on it, but like, God damn, people, like,
it's not the Christian way, bro.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, bro. It's a goddamn zombie apocalypse. Nothing's a Christian way.
The Bible says it's wrong. Come on.
I could give two shits, bro. I just think it's beautiful.
But Leviticus.
It also tells you not to eat shellfish. I've already went over this. Motherfuckers be eating shrimp like a motherfucker. So,
but the Bible, bro. It's the Bible.
That's the Old Testament.
But nah, seriously, man. I honestly, man, I would even tell you, John, just watch this episode.
He won't watch it. He's not gonna watch it, bro.
Good, no, bro. I'm. Here's the thing, man. I'm way behind on stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, I haven't watched the end of Willow.
Ooh. Dude, my wife jumped on that.
There's a whole bunch of stuff I didn't. My parents came over yesterday, so I was like, oh, let's watch something. Popped on Wakanda Forever, so I did watch that.
Okay, all right, Barca, because I'm watching it this weekend. I've heard good and bad, and I'm kind of excited to watch it.
Oh, hold on.
Do Mexicans get played on this? Do we look good or bad in this movie?
This right there made me sad. I'm holding up a picture of a Mandalorian comic book, and Quill just passed away.
In the comic book? Yeah, for real.
No, you know what this is? It's a comic book adaptation of the TV show.
Oh, so it's just an episode.
Yeah, it's just that. Now I can talk to you about this movie, though. I'm holding up now a Buckaroo Banzai comic.
So, Black Panther, bro!
Hey. Wakanda Forever.
Should I go in there with like a Mexican? Like, how should I feel about this movie?
Don't do it.
Oh, you know what? I enjoyed the changes they made to Namor. If you don't know, Namor, the Submariner, is a comic book character that was created before Aquaman. And so because the Aquaman movie came out, they were afraid that people would be like, hey, we just saw that a little while ago. So they took the idea that in the 17th century, a tribe of Mayans is dying from smallpox. And
time out. Who brought the smallpox over? Abarca? Is there any talk about that?
Oh yeah, no. They show this. They show the Spanish. They show them being converted, being whipped because of who they are.
Yeah.
And so
woods eating candy, dog, like chocolate, just butt naked in the woods, having a good time, Enrique.
Yeah.
So one of them finds a flower,
Okay.
like the Black Panther flower,
Ooh, okay.
and they take it and it cures them, but it mutates them. And so now they grow gills and they are people of the sea. And so they go underwater and they flee their country. And when Namor comes back, he's a kid because this is spoilers, he comes back to bury his mom. And he sees his people, the colonizers, basically subjugating all these people. And he's like, you know what? Namor's going to Namor.
Okay.
And there's a line in this movie, dude, where he's talking to Angela Bassett, and he's I am Kukulkan. He's but my enemies call me Namor.
Ooh.
And the reason he calls himself Namor is pretty badass as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So what's different? What's different in the comics? Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen this. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Namor is just he's the first. He's a mutant, and he's essentially, think about Aquaman. There's a king under the sea because everything's better under the sea.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be no accusations under the sea.
So in the comics, he is a first mutant, right? That is
the first mutant is Apocalypse or Abin Sur.
Yes. So he's the second mutant then, right?
He's the second mutant, but he's one of the kind of original Marvel characters. Like it's him, the Human Torch, and Captain whatever his name is.
Captain who? Captain America, bro.
Captain Roids.
Captain Roids. Okay, so then in this,
Capitan Creatine.
he's on creatine, baby. He's HGH. He has low levels of that's what it is, baby. It's testosterone, baby. But no, in this movie, is he considered a mutant? Do we use the word mutant finally?
He says, I took this, and because his people turn blue, he doesn't. He grows the wings. Yeah. And so he says, it made me a mutant.
It made me a mutant, though.
Because because his mom took the potion while he was still in the womb.
Got you. Okay. So he's born a mutant. Okay. Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they've been dropping hints on the TV shows and different movies. Hey, there's a guy with claws that was fighting somewhere.
Yes. I can't wait for that, man. That will be awesome. All right, Enrique, you what did you think? I'm excited. I'm watching this weekend. What did you think?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. It was really good. I was expecting to enjoy it because I really liked the first one. But coming out of it, that was the biggest thing was because I didn't know nothing about that character. I thought the guy that played him, I don't recall his real name. John, if you have it.
Tenoch Huerta.
Yeah.
He did a really good job. And I thought he was going to be a total good guy, but he's like the villain in this movie.
And even then, a lot like in the previous movie, his justification for things.
Yeah.
It's like he's seen things.
Yeah.
He has had to live through this. And it's like, I'm not a bad guy. I'm going to protect my kingdom.
Yeah. No, you definitely see their point of view and where they're coming from, and you understand, and it comes at a cost, and that's what it is. But dude, it was rough that whole when they're colonizing the Spanish people, that was rough to watch. I always tell people like, oh, I think my ancestors came from Spain, and kind of proud of it or whatever, but. See, after seeing that, I'm like, dude, if that's how they rolled when they first came over here, I don't know if I'm proud of that. Like,
what you think happened?
Well, I know, but
hey, everybody, we're here.
I know. I guess I just never really did the research.
It's fucking horrible, bro.
Yeah.
It's not just there; it's anywhere that happened, right? I'm sure everybody has those stories on this side of the world, bro.
Yeah,
like just Native Americans
in the United
States, bro.
My family has Basque origins, so even in Spain, we are not the fancy people.
Yeah, it's one of the cool classes I actually to take at CSUB was a Mexican history class, and we got to read something of the buried glass. I can't remember, something of the buried glass. It was like Carlos Fuentes' history book, so it was a very poetic history book or whatever. And he starts in Spain, and he's like, bro, if you want to act like this isn't part of you, like, you can lie to yourself, but it is. Whether we like it or not, it is. And it's funny, like in my own family, looking at my dad, I'm like, that motherfucker's like 90% Spain, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because on my mom's side, my grandpa, he's really light complected, like. Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, that's Spanish blood, bro. Like 100%. So yeah, so that's cool. So this movie kind of digs into it a little bit, and that's one thing I think Marvel's done such a good job of is giving you villains that like I think of a Killmonger, Baron Zemo, Thanos. Like they're bad, but they're not just bad they're not the Joker. They're not just bad for the sake of being bad. They're like bad because they're like, dude, you don't understand. Like in my mind, this is the right thing to do. And I love that about Thanos, even when like you kind of see why he wants to do it. You're like, you kind of have to respect it. Like he saw his world crumble.
Yeah, it's like the universe can't sustain itself.
Yeah.
I'm doing you a favor, half of you.
Exactly.
And it's going to be random. It's going to be random, guys.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with class, has nothing to do with status, has nothing to do with anything. It's literally a snap, and we'll see who makes it.
Yeah.
Like and that's, I think, the hardest thing that I've had to deal with DC stuff, other than Batman. Batman's his own thing, but like is a lack of a villain like that. Like, I don't know if they've ever had like a villain where you could be like, oh, I see why you do what you do. Like, I see why the Joker does it. He is I'm batshit crazy and I love the Batman. Like, I want him and me to like die together. Like, I want him to kill me. He breaks his code. Like, I want that. And I get that. But I'm saying, other than Batman, I don't like, what other villain have they had that like?
Oh, you seen this Shazam guy? Woo!
Oh, what happened? I heard he got in a little bit of trouble. Okay, well, let's talk about that. Abarca, you have actually got a little excited about some of the stuff that's been mentioned, but DC's trying to like do their Marvel thing, right? With James Gunn now. This is our step for moving forward or whatever, right? And they're introducing some wacky shit. Like, what I mean by that is like, I don't think any of us expected Guardians of the Galaxy to be as good as it was. Yeah. And I love it. I love it, right? And they've tried different shit, right? Like, I think that's cool. DC seems to, now that James Gunn is there, seems to be doing the same thing. But you were really excited about one of them because you didn't really know what or you didn't remember what it was, but you kind of got a peek into it. So what do you think? Well, what are some of the big ones that you noticed in their thing?
All right, so Superman, they say that they're going to cast a young Superman. So he's like 25, and they want to probably put the franchise on his back. What else did we see?
No rumors on who that might be.
No, he shut it down. He's like, dude, right now we're just writing. We need to have stories before we start hiring people.
Okay.
Because then that's when they start thinking about the toys and all this other crap, right? But Creature Commandos is going to be one of the movies. Imagine the Universal Monsters were the Dirty Dozen. So like they are a commando group. That is going to be the Creature Commandos. So I'm excited for that. Booster Gold's getting his own TV show.
Yeah.
Booster Gold is a comedy about a superhero from the future that basically has nothing to do, so it comes to the past, and he's like, I'm going to be the superhero of your century. What are you guys doing? A Batman movie, a continuation of the Batman movie, but not really sure if it's still a standalone thing or, hey, Robert Pattinson is now our Batman.
Okay, so that's what I was going to explain to you. So this new So this new Superman will now be so Cavill, like he's not part of
that universe dies with the Flash.
Because they're going to do the
whatever happens to the Flash, he like boom, that universe implodes, and they blank slate. Because even like the Rock, because this movie wasn't the hit that they want, they're not going to make another one. So
it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. You're right. It was just like a big.
It's like, oh, it's another one.
So right here we got movie wise Shazam: Fury of the Gods in March. So
which is already made.
Is that part of the new one or no?
I would have said yes, but recently, people discovered that Zach Levi is Christian and he has his own opinions about stuff, and they're like, well, now he can't be in our movie or universe. And I'm like, bro,
You know what? I read his statement. I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't. It was just kind of like,
again,
like
I feel like the studios have to make movies kind of down the middle. So it's like, this is the most money we're going to make. And if this person is not going to help us get there, then sorry, guys, we're going to get somebody else. But it kind of sucks because, I mean, you have Shazam and what's his name? Black Adam, right? Movies coming out really soon. Well, they're their own enemies.
yeah.
So it sucks that there's no crossover and that The Rock thought he was too big to like be in the kids movie. It's like, dude, we want to see you in the kids movie too. Like we go to see you because you're The Rock. I don't need you to be badass. I know you're badass.
And realistically, they could have made that really good with the Shazam thing. Like that would have been awesome if it would have been.
Yeah, and instead of Superman showing up at the end, which is a spoilers, which is a kind of a good coda, but you make the Superman Amanda Waller's like lapdog.
Yeah,
like so he's now the Frank Miller Superman.
He's a punk for the government.
Yeah,
he does whatever the government wants him to do.
What if Shazam showed up and Shazam doesn't know any better because he's still a kid?
Yeah, that would have been cool. Just because even the little bit I know Shazam and Black Adam, that would have been dope just to see that. Yeah. So we got the Flash movie, which will be the pop off of the new thing, right? Like this will be the resetting of the world. Then it goes Blue Beetle, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, Joker, but the Joker is its own. Who knows?
Joker's a continuation of the Joker we saw before the pandemic. Aquaman this is the last Aquaman adventure with him. Like that's going away.
Okay. Superman Legacy 2025. The Batman 2 2025. Then we got The Brave and the Bold, Supergirl, The Authority, Swamp Thing, Waller Peacemaker Season 2, which
Supergirl and Booster Gold, right?
They have Booster Gold. Yeah, those are all in development, so they're not in chronological order. But yeah, so, Waller and the Peacemaker, Creature Commandos, animated series. So it's not live action; it's animated, which that might work better for that. Probably that'll be cool.
It'll be less money. And James Gunn said, "Hey, you know what? I'm done with Marvel. I want to take my friends with me."
Yeah, dude, that's kind of sucio. Like, I don't mind it, but that's kind of dirty too if he takes all the homies with him.
What homies?
Like
the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
But it gives us a chance to see.
What do you mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy?
So he really enjoyed working with the actors.
Oh shit!
His contract is done with Marvel. Batista says, "I'm not doing Marvel anymore."
He said he's done.
So hey, let's go be Bane. Let's go be whoever you want to be.
And I think Bautista thought that this, which he should have known, the Shyamalan movie was going to be huge, and I heard it's again. I heard it's
here's the thing, but no, it's 50-50. Like I heard it's amazing. It's the most amazing thing ever, and then people are like, again?
No, but I heard it's like amazing, and then in the same movie, it just
How dare you?
Who knows? But
the aliens wanted water.
Swing away. I think I don't think it's going to be the hit that he thought it was going to be.
No.
And dude, him as Bane, all right, like that'd be kind of dope. So who knows? But yeah, they got a bunch of stuff coming up. It'd be interesting if they poach a lot of things. That'd be kind of crazy. Gunn has said that the Flash movie is like one of the greatest things ever, right?
Yeah, and it just sucks that it's this jackass that just keeps doing stuff.
He doesn't stop, bro.
Like Calmente,
still.
Well, yeah, still he went to court again or something.
It's just like, yeah, parale, way. Like, give them a good 6 for the fucking movie, like, so they can kind of do their thing or whatever, for God's sakes, man. And it sucks because it probably is going to be a great movie.
I just want Michael Keaton. That's it.
Yeah, multi-Batmans, that'd be dope. Here, another thing. Barker, would you consider yourself an Apple fan?
I do enjoy Apple.
Enrique, do you consider yourself an Apple fan?
Yes, I'm an Apple fanboy.
Yeah, I am a fanboy. I have a little Apple tattooed on my ass cheek.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers make hits, Abarca. And I called Enrique yesterday after fucking 3 hours of having this fucking channel. And I said, how is this already my new favorite thing on fucking on TV, dude? Like, Apple bought the rights for MLS for how long, Enrique?
Oh, like fucking 15 years or something, no?
Yes.
Forever.
Forever.
They just dropped the channel yesterday without any, like, it's not even season yet. And I'm already like, this is fucking awesome. Like, it's just cool, man. And I am so excited and hopeful that they get all the leagues. Like, or at least baseball. I think if they would get baseball and like other soccer leagues, that would be super cool. Because, dude, they just make good stuff. And they're allowing the teams to make their own content, which is cool because, like, you could see if your team stacks up. Like what I mean? Like, now teams have to take that into account. Like, bro, we don't want to be shabby looking. We want our shit to look good. Like, make sure we're putting out cool stuff. Man, it is a really cool experience so far. Like, I'm excited once the season starts and everything. The cool thing is, if you have an Apple TV, you get about 40% of the games for free. So you're already going to get a lot of the games for free. I think they're going to give it like 5 or 6 games a week for free. The first weekend is free to everybody, so they can check it out. But then after that, it's like 4 or 5 games a week for free. So even then, you still get free stuff. They went and poached some big time announcers in English and Spanish from everywhere, including in Spanish. You got La Torre de Jalisco, which I'm so excited. One of my favorite guys to call games. Univision's not going to have him anymore. Now he's doing only MLS games. Every game, English and Spanish. Super dope. It's going to look sharp. It's going to look big. I don't know, man. I'm excited. What'd you think about it, Enrique, so far? Just playing with it a little bit.
So yeah, this was a $2.5 billion dollar deal for the rights for 10 years.
So when we came in with 2.3, that's what beat us out.
Yeah, we missed out on that point too.
I mean, listen, we had to get rid of producer Stevens just for that.
Even Cutter just trying to get this deal pushed through, bro. We'll ask her to come back next week. Now that we know we didn't get the Apple deal, we'll come back next week. So 2.5, Enrique, for how long?
10 years.
10 years. So for a 10-year deal. And you've messed around with it a little bit so far. What do you think about so far?
I messed around with it for a little bit, not too much. I basically went to the LAFC section and kind of checked out some stuff that was there. I watched the end of the MLS final again. You know, it was still hard to watch, even though I know how it turned out in our favor.
You know why he had to watch the end of it, John, is because he had
I
his head
missed
in his
it.
lap.
I know.
Once again, Abarca, I had to stand his ass up when they scored the last penalty. I was like, bro, you can't fucking miss this, dog. Like,
You did.
like,
You did, dude. Like, no lie, you did. I was going through it, dude. Your boy was going through it.
But okay, you rewatched that stuff, and what are you thinking so far?
I mean, so far so good. I'm not digging into it yet because I know the actual product is not there yet. I've been seeing a lot of hate on the internet, and I think it's from MLS haters, right? It's just you got your contingency of MLS haters out there, and I think they're trying to grade it at this point, which obviously is unfair because this is not the finished product. Like, the season hasn't started. You know, I appreciate the MLS or Apple, you know, that they've released it at the first of this month because we get to at least enjoy a little bit. Because all the other stuff, all the content they have on there that is not like an actual game, like a replay of a game, they're like short videos.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm expecting, and I could be wrong, but I'm expecting there to be like 30-minute episodes of series of stuff that we're gonna see like behind like the HBO NFL stuff and what's it called on Amazon? They do Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks,
and
All
then
In or something.
and then on on Amazon. I'm expecting to see like stuff like that for every club, maybe. I don't know.
And they are.
Yeah.
They're already saying, like, they already have the year in review, which was about 45 minutes. That was really
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
And each team has its own, produced by them.
Yeah.
They're like club, and it's a 30-minute video.
Okay.
Like, this is your club.
Yeah.
And that was produced by each club. So things like that I think are coming. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's what they've talked about it. Like, part of the contract is like, we get behind the scenes, like, this isn't going to be like,
Yeah.
your coach can't be mad and just be like, you can't come in. No, motherfucker, we paid 2.5 billion.
Right, right.
Your grill, bitch. Like we're gonna get open those doors, Abarca. We coming in. Like we might see a wiener in the locker room. Like that's how bad they're going for it, bro. And I
Yeah,
think every team's gonna get that treatment.
yeah.
Like as a fan of a team, how the fuck could you not want that? That's all the shit we look
Oh
for all the
yeah,
time.
I think
You
this
know?
is.
Chicago Fire. Woo!
I think this is. I think this is a groundbreaking service that Apple is kind of diving into, and I think this is just the beginning. I see this thing, whether it's Apple or whether it's Amazon, buying rights for other leagues. It's just going to get better and better. We've never really had anything like this. I mean, we have NBA Pass, we have MLB.TV, stuff like that, but that's just the
Game.
games.
That's it.
You're just getting
Yeah.
games, access to games, and everything is blocked out. Like if your local teams get blocked out on that stuff. So this stuff has no blackouts. This is you get everything, no matter what. And it's fucking amazing. I'm loving it. Like I said, there's haters out there, but I think they're not gonna give it a chance either way. So who cares what they think? Um, this is gonna be really good. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and it's just gonna get better. You know,
Yeah, man.
that's the thing is Apple doesn't fuck around. We know that about Apple.
Yeah. They Abarca, they did baseball. They've been doing baseball 2 seasons now, I think, or is this the first one?
I think last year might have been the first season.
So and it's just 1 week, 1 game per week, right,
Yeah,
Enrique?
yeah.
So like they finally had the
Well,
Angels on there, and
they'll do
oh,
like
good.
a few on the week, like throughout the weekend. They'll do like a couple at Friday night, and they would do like one on Saturday or something like that.
Did they fix their announcers
So the
because they were
Angels.
kind of weird
What did you
Um,
think of the announcers,
for
Enrique?
for baseball? Yeah.
Baseball, no, throughout this last season,
All right, cool, Enrique.
they had
I'll
the
take over
same
right now. Don't
day.
worry about it.
You could
So
tell,
go ahead.
yeah, you could tell they were going with they were going out of the way to have female announcers, which is great. I mean,
Here it
the
goes, Mark.
no, look, the I didn't know the female announcers, but what I found out about because I didn't know them, I didn't know who they were, but the reason I
I
didn't
I don't like learning their
no, 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 no,
names.
no. The reason I didn't know who they were is because they're team announcers for other teams, like local.
Yeah.
There were local announcers for like, I think one of them was for the Baltimore Orioles. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? We don't get those games.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
I
not
don't,
watching Baltimore Orioles. Yeah,
right.
yeah. Mhm.
And so, but the problem was the other guy, like the former players that they would have on there. They had
Oh,
guys that just didn't have the experience, and you could tell.
He's like, hey, I'm here to talk to you about. Oh, swing and a miss. So anyway,
Like they'll
hey
get
Chip.
like they'll get better, they'll get better with time, but they were just really raw, and you could tell. But I still look. I don't bad announcing doesn't really like. I'm not there for the announcing, Like I know what's going on. Like I watch the games for the players, and so
He said, I
whatever
watch these games for the men that are
for
playing.
for so
hello,
for
Iron Man.
so
That's right.
for me
Those
it
manly
didn't.
men in those shapely shorts.
It didn't really bother me that much or at all really, but and I actually enjoyed the presentation. Even people had even issues with the interface of the screen when they like all that's like the graphics and stuff, and I loved
Oh no,
it.
no, dude, the
Fun.
technology behind it is friggin' next.
Yeah,
It's next level.
It was
Because I listen to other podcasts. I don't listen to this one.
yeah.
Um,
No one does. Don't worry.
about no, hey, people do.
But no, that's what I was going to tell you, Barca. I enjoyed the interface so much.
Yeah,
Like even the little things that they would do. There's a guy on first, and they're like, the chance of him scoring with 2 outs is like 3%, and I'm
yeah.
like, hey, baseball's hard. Like it makes you appreciate because the joke is like you hit 3 out of 10 and you're a fucking all-star. Yeah, bitch.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and there was a
and,
total, and they had the total Apple flavor.
Yeah.
Like the graphics, the way they came in and out. It's like stuff we see on our phone every freaking day, and they stuck to what they do and their look of things, and I love Apple, so it was like I loved it. I was in.
I'm kind of bummed out. I don't think it's a thing, but I would love for the the MLB The Show game to have an Apple, like, could you pick the Apple broadcast of a game?
Right, right.
Just a little bit like that would be cool. I know it's like, but I mean,
No.
super cool. I think I'm enjoying it. That was pretty freaking awesome. But yeah, man, we'll see what they do with this MLS thing. I'm super excited, man. I'm super excited about it. I mean, I know what MLS is, and people are like, it's not the best league in the world. I'm like, that's why. I swear, I have this coworker. You know who he is, Abarca. And he's like, yeah, because I was telling him about he was like, the World Cup was boring at times. And I'm like, bro,
Wow.
he's like, I'm an American, so I don't like soccer or whatever. And I was like, look, bro, it's not that you don't like it. It's that you guys don't like it because you're not the best at it. And then even then, the league that is represented in your country is not the best.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like, it's fine, dude. Like, it's a beautiful game. I go, that doesn't ever stop. Except for a halftime. I go, unlike every game you freaking love, like football, who stops. Dude, when we went to that USC game, how many times did that time come out? Like, damn, bro.
Yeah, bro.
How break? They stop so much, right? And it's like, but they won't. Now, I'm telling you this. It's recording. If the US ever wins a World Cup, then will become soccer. Like, then the U.S. like, fucking football, pew, pew, pew. They'll change it they'll call it football. That's what happened. The U.S. wins the World Cup, biggest fans in the world. But until then, they won't. That's why every 4 years when the Women's World Cup, everybody's the biggest fan, and they'll support because the U.S. is the best. They are the best, right? And then once the World Cup's over, they don't watch one game.
Yeah.
They don't watch one thing of female soccer in their league. They don't watch any of it. And they'll argue with you, yeah, the women play harder than the men. They do this. And I'm like, okay, will you watch it after the World Cup? Ugh. Like, well, then what the hell?
They don't even promote like their national team when they're playing. Like, they just played in LA recently, and no promotion. You never really heard. You might if it was if it was televised, then you might have seen commercials on that channel. But like, as far as throughout LA or whatever, like billboards or anything like that, there was nothing. Like, they don't really promote it.
Nah.
And then they want to talk shit because no one shows up. It's like, dude, you gotta let people know.
Dude, and then it's on like HBO Max now, I think.
Why was it on HBO Max? What was that all about?
Because they spent all that Westworld money on soccer, bro. That's what they did. They're like, we got that Westworld check. Let's go, bro. All right, Abarca, you celebrated a birthday. Or you started the birthday, right, man? So what
greatest birthday ever.
What was Disney like? What'd you think?
Well, guys, the Walt Disney Company is celebrating 100 years of being a company. Hold on, let me take a drink. Some good H2O, Mickey. So all year long, there is a celebration. It's supposed to be at all the parks around the world. The hub is here at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. It was whelming. Yeah, it wasn't overwhelming. It wasn't underwhelming. It's whelming. They opened up a new ride on the same day they opened. They started the celebration. It's called Mickey's Runaway Railroad. There's a version of it in Orlando, and it's an awesome little ride for kids. You go into a movie theater, you watch a Mickey Mouse movie, and all of a sudden you're inside of it.
Am I going to be able to ride this, Abarca?
I was asking that.
Yes, it doesn't have. Well, actually, it's all screens.
But you're not
wearing glasses.
Okay.
You are going through rooms that have sets, and the sets some are painted, some have projection in the background, and so the projection stuff and the sets all of a sudden can transform into other things. And so, like, you can turn around and you are you're on an island, like a Hawaiian island, and then you turn around and now you're underwater. Like, that's how the technology works. And there's a couple animatronics in there, and there's like wind machines and kind of all this stuff. You're on a trackless vehicle, so you're on a train, and all of a sudden the train, because it's driven by Goofy, splits up and it's like, oh, gosh, I'll get you.
But it doesn't go super fast or anything?
Nah, dude, it goes as I say. Pirates of the Caribbean maybe sometimes goes faster than this ride.
Okay.
Oh, it'll be fine.
I should be good.
I think
No, I should be good.
I think the Star Wars one might be faster.
Which one?
Ah, all right.
The Rise of the Resistance.
Oh, okay.
The fancy
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's kind of the same kind of car, but you're literally just going through each little scene.
Yeah. But
So yeah,
the screens are just to add to the surroundings of that you're going through, right? It's not like making you feel like you're going like Fast and Furious at the Universal tour, right?
no. Okay, how would I describe it? Imagine that I am outside, and all of a sudden, you see the set.
Uh-huh.
So you see, I'm in the carnival, and the carnival's behind me, and then you see other stuff, and the background stuff is projected.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
So
no, I'm good. I'm good.
So it's just another level of depth.
Yeah. Cool. I'm in.
Yeah. They had some new foods. Here's what I don't like: the colors for everything are purple and silver.
Yeah.
So this looks blue on camera, but it's purple, and it's just some ugly sweatshirts.
Yeah.
And it's not even it's not like a Joker purple. It's more like a lighter. What do we call that? Like
an Easter purple?
Yeah, like a pastel purple.
Yeah, pastel purple. Yeah. I was like, let's see if I had anything here. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But you still got it. But you still got one, right?
No, the only thing I got was this bucket, this little sipper, because it looked really cool.
Yeah,
that does look dope, though.
Yeah.
What is he holding in his hand?
He's kind of going like, "Hey, everybody."
That's cool. Hey, and before I forget, Enrique, side note: Roots of Fight now has pins.
I saw that. I saw that. How much are they?
$20 a pop.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sweet ones too. Abarca and some cool. Like there's one that says "float like a butterfly, sting like a bee" with the butterfly and the bee. It looks. I think I'm gonna pop. I'm gonna get.
Rumble, young man, rumble.
$20, motherfuckers, dude. Like,
I bet they're badass. Though. I wonder how big they are.
Yeah, how big are they? Because the Disney
too.
ones are like 15, right?
I know.
Yeah.
But those are pretty meaty though, right?
It's like, yeah, boy.
But no, they have the King Griffey one too, and I saw that. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to let this fool know about it.
Yeah.
But that's cool. And so, anything else? But you said that the decorations were kind of right?
Oh, I feel like the art department, they were like, hey, we want banners. So can you make banners? Here's the info. And like cool. Yeah. How long do we have to make them? A day, because they had banners that had like when rides opened with the wrong date, or all the words were scrunched up together, like no one hit the space bar. And you're like, bro, these aren't cheap signs, right? Like, you're just wasting ink, man.
Well, but they're gonna be doing things throughout the year. Right?
Throughout the year, there's an exhibit that is it's at the Huntington Library.
Oh. Okay.
That's all about kind of the artwork. There's another exhibit that's at the Ford Museum in Michigan, I believe. And so there's just going to be different things all around the world, all around the country, celebrating Disney. I know there's like a Happy Meal tie-in right now at the time of this recording. So here's the thing: most people think, "Oh, wait, Disneyland is 100? I don't even remember coming to the 75th." I'm like, no, Disneyland is 3 years old. Like, this is the whole company. So I don't know if they're doing a very good job of announcing
what it actually is.
What it actually is. They have all this really cool Walt Disney Studios or merchandise, like very old school looking graphics and mugs and things like that. Cool. At the other park they have Lunar New Year. So shout out if you have been to that. We tried a birria wonton.
How was that?
It was all right.
Would you have preferred a birria taco?
I'd rather have a birria taco, or let's be real. I'd rather have birria than the wonton. And then they had this little dessert that was like it was like an orange, and inside was like a cheesecake, and inside the cheesecake was actual like almost like an orange jam.
Okay.
So that was pretty good, man. Again, it's this weird time for the company. People are down on them for all the changes, all the like the reservation, all this stuff. So with the CEO, the old CEO back, I think they're trying to build up that goodwill and find happy little mediums where they can
Did you get that?
win people over.
Did you get that letter that they emailed that he emailed out that he wrote out to everybody?
No, I saw it, but I don't believe I got the email saying, "Hey guys, we're back. We're gonna try. We're gonna start listening to you. Let's see what you guys want."
Yeah.
I will tell you this. Normally when we go, it's like a day trip.
Uh-huh.
We spent the night over, went at woke up early to go and visit the park, and we knocked out like 4 or 5 things
Uh-huh.
in like the first hour,
Yeah.
including Splash Mountain. Like our Splash Mountain is here until May. The Walt Disney World one is already done. So they're starting to take things down and dismantle stuff, which is another thing. Like, I want my Splash Mountain, man. Song of the South. Y'all don't know how I was like, dude, Song of the South is not a very good movie. Like, quit trying to say it's the greatest thing ever. I love Princess and the Frog, and I suppose it's like a sequel, so they're not going to have my favorite character, the Shadow Man.
Oh yeah, you do like the Shadow Man, yeah.
But
yeah.
I wish he was in there, but it's still it's the same system, except it's just different cartoons. But I will tell you this. I don't remember when the last time I wrote it, but it seems like they hadn't fixed anything since then. And back then the robots were still kind of derpy. Like the lights weren't being replaced back in the day. The robots, they'll fix them once a year. And if they break, you're like, well, we'll fix them next time.
Where did did you sit in the front?
Sat in the back, man.
Did the guy in the front, whoever was in the front, did they get all did they get soaked?
No, it seems like only everybody on the right side got wet, but it wasn't soaked.
Dude.
But again, it was early, so like we literally walked on to everything. We took pictures with the characters. There's like a little new parade that's going on. We saw the fireworks. That's pretty badass. They have a flying Baymax.
Oh, dope.
So it's pretty cool. At the other park, they have the World of Color celebration. So overall, it's nice if you haven't been there in a while. So check it out. I know if you live in California, there's a deal, like it's a 3-day ticket, and each day costs you like $73, as opposed to the regular 180 or whatever it is to go.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. Oh, and I saw the Mandalorian. I saw Boba Fett. I saw Fennec Shan. I saw Kylo Ren. A slew of stormtroopers.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, man, I mean, hey, they're going. Things will happen throughout the year, so you have to keep giving us updates. But it is time to talk about the next 2 episodes of Warrior and see if Abarca is still meh or see what's going on. So we'll be back after this imaginary break. Do we still fucking do a break? I don't know what's going on. And we're back, mother truckers. All right, so we watched episode 3 and episode 4 of the. You all right, Mark? Mark is gonna pass out over there.
It's a lot of juice inside this Mickey Mouse.
It touches your lips. Watch episode 3 and 4 of the Warrior.
Not the Warrior, Warrior.
Oh, sorry,
Warrior.
You're right. Warrior. Sorry. Thank you very much. Episode 3 and 4. Abarca, what'd you think of those next 2 episodes?
Well, first of all, let me give him a little Warrior, a show loosely based on stories by Bruce Lee, stars Andrew Koji, Olivia Chen, Justin Tobin, Diane Doan, Kieran Bu, Langley Kirkwood, Dean Jager, Joanna Vanderham, Tom Weston Jones, Hoon Lee, Christian McKay, Perry Young, and a whole bunch of other really talented people.
All right. So what do you think of these next 2 episodes, bro?
I still do not. I don't care for any of the political stuff in this. I hate it.
We got a lot more in these last 2 episodes.
I know, dude. Because they're building in this show. They are building the. I was gonna say the railroads. No, they're building the trolley system in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Episode 3 was. I wanted to call it Johnny Tightlips, but it's
John Chinaman.
John Chinaman. like John Doe. Finds our hero Sam. What is it?
I'm sorry.
Awesome. Is still in prison, accused of murdering somebody. He didn't kill a cop. He just killed somebody else, and he assaulted other people.
No,
right?
he didn't kill any.
No,
he didn't kill anybody.
So-
he just beat the shit out of
What
them.
that he's accused of?
Yes, though. He's
Yes,
right. So both things. He beat the hell out of somebody.
that
but
one.
he
Yes,
he gets put in jail because he's Chinese.
Yeah.
And then while he's in jail, they're trying to pin the murder which I don't know. Do we know who that person is yet, Enrique? I don't want to spoil it for Barker here.
I know.
No, do we know who the person that goes out and does all that stuff is? No, right?
Oh,
I don't know who you're talking about.
The person
Isn't
that
it-
kills people in the streets with the sword.
Oh shit! No, we don't know. Yeah, we do.
We don't know yet.
No, we saw that in
Do we?
episode 1.
So they show who it is.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, okay. So they accuse of the madame. The one
got
who
it.
runs
Yeah,
the
that's
rock-
right. That's right.
They accuse her murders. They're trying to put them on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on top of it, the bad of the show, because there's a lot of bads in this show. Realistically,
Everybody's a bad on the show.
really. You're right.
Yeah.
I can agree with you on that. I don't know if there's one hero. I guess Assam is the closest thing, but even then, he's out here sticking his dick where it doesn't go. So
All right, not in this episode. Not in this episode. We're talking about 3.
three and three.
So we see Assam not escape the charges, but the charges are dropped because the people who are going to testify don't show up.
Yes.
And the reason they don't show up is because his sister.
Well, yes. So Assam's sister, which is they're the triads.
Mhm.
The triads basically go to the witness's house and said, "Hey, we're going to murder your children if you show up to this trial. So fuck around and find out."
Fuck around and find out, bro. Yes. Greatest tattoos ever, bro. That was a great scene.
I love that. I love that she didn't have to. Someone opened their Coke. She didn't have to. I love that she didn't have to be the muscle, but she was like, you know what, dude, try me.
Mhm.
Try me.
And her muscle is Sub-Zero, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, yeah. He's good.
Yeah. He is.
He's cool. He's really, really cool in the show.
We see the Tongs welcome Assam back, and the head of it is like, you know what, fool? Why are you messing around? Why are you doing these things? So he gets his ass whooped, and very much in a dad way. Don't put up your hand.
Yeah.
Dude, I did this because I thought it was my grandma fool. No matter what. I was like,
Chancla, no.
it's like, how do I not, grandma? Like
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that, dude.
And so
I don't know.
And so it just establishes that he is a badass. He is focused with his the student of Jeet Kune Do, which doesn't really exist in this, right? But he's got to be cool as a cucumber and just absorbing everything to see how he can get out of this, how he can make his way through this world now that he's in. So that's pretty much episode 3. Is episode 3 where we see the Irish baddie come to the witness's house?
No, I think that's episode
That's
4.
4. Yeah. So I feel like that's pretty much 3. I enjoyed 3. Again, anything to do with the mayor and all the back, like,
Yeah.
you know what it is? Here's the thing. I feel like I get enough out of corrupt politicians in my everyday life
Yeah.
that to watch them
Yeah.
in a fake drama doesn't takes me out.
I
But-
hate how much the politician looks like the guy that ties people on railroads. Like he has a very see?
Yeah.
Like, I expect at one point to be like, that speech was amazing, you see? Like I expect him to get
He's-
creep around.
He's he's Snidely Whiplash, right?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, y'all get you.
Yeah, exactly, dude. He should be flying a fucking balloon plane with the dog.
With the dog.
Like, yeah, bro. Like his motherfucker straight out of a cartoon. Like,
He's straight out of comic book.
Yeah, seriously. So I enjoyed 3 also, but 4 was a little. 4 is one of the rougher ones.
4 is predictable. 4 to me is very predictable because we see the girl, we see the mayor's wife visit him several times. She's in the court. She tries to say, hey, that guy didn't do it. And in this, we see the payoff. And to me, it's not a payoff. I know. Listen, I know they're going to do the hibbity dibbity.
Everybody rocking, knocking.
Yeah, and there are characters in these Confederate kind of movies where we have slaves that work outside, we have slaves that work inside, and it also like it I don't know, it gets to me that this lady has her own Asian butler.
Yeah.
So I'm okay, how am I gonna say this? She strikes me as the kind of person that says like, no, I'm cool because I have this, but you're like, nah, bitch. You ain't cool.
She's like, I'm refined. I'm like those other savages.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I have my own. Like, no, like this lady is trash.
Yeah, go get my shit from the store.
Yeah. Oh, hey, go sharpen my pencils because we find out she's an artist.
Yeah.
And then and friggin' Assam in this episode, he's Chuck Norris in the movie we watch where he just shows up.
Don't
like,
compare
boom,
him to Chuck Norris, dude. No, don't do that.
He was this close to bringing out a fruit plate,
but he didn't. But he didn't.
She's like, I've never shown anybody these drawings, and I'm like, good, because they're not that good.
And it's titties.
But you know what is good? This. I pointed towards my crotch. If you're not watching on video,
the cool. Okay, so I do agree with you that episode 4 is a lot of blah, and the love story part of it, like you said, like I wish it was just quicker. Like just fucking, I get it. They're gonna fuck. Like that's a couple who fuck on. And they. What I did like about it though, I like the story of the guy that hates him.
Big Bill.
The guy that used. What's his name?
Oh no. What?
No, in the game.
Yeah.
Hates him. How you find out how that guy basically used to be part of these fights and these like and that like he was like he had to murder people and then
he was. What is it? The yellow warrior? No.
Yeah, something like that. The yellow dragon or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like his even his nickname is racist.
Yeah, but like it's true. He's such like you know they're gonna get into it at some point, but you kind of see where this dude's coming from.
He's like, you want to spar? You want to fight? Huh?
Yeah. One of these days we should check it. We should see who's a badass, and I kind of like that. I like them. Like that's cool. And then I like how they do the thing, and I think that's why, and that's probably why Shannon Lee's on this, right? But I like how they make Assam's like his story like Bruce Lee's story of having a grandpa that was in the United States, and I'm just like, for me, that's like, hell yeah, that's cool. Like people probably don't know, like, well, people that know, but people that don't know probably don't know that. But kind of like we were talking about Last of Us, I thought that was cool. I enjoyed that. They did a little bit in 3, but they did more of it in 4, and I'm like, yo, this is Bruce Lee's thing. Like that's super cool. But the rest of it,
but here's the thing. The 60s became a little more progressive. The 70s a little more progressive, but they still face that wall of racism, that wall of not being accepted. In turn of the century, San Francisco, they're both dying. Like realistically, both. They're both dead. You're like, you're okay. You're with who? Yeah, Shablam, you're dead. Oh, what happened? Art girl, shaboom, you're dead. Oh, my wife died of dysentery, and then no one ever asked a question.
God, dysentery got everybody back in the days. That's how I died in Oregon Trail every goddamn time. Fool. Now you fucking just take Pepto-Bismol, you still at the club at night. Fool. You're like fucking getting it, dog. Like so different. So, what do you think about these last 2 episodes, Enrique?
Yeah, episode 3 is really good. Episode 4, I think you get a lot of like you guys have kind of talked about, a lot of looking into some of the side characters, and you kind of like we get a lot more into the cop with his gambling issues and stuff like that. I don't know how much of that we actually needed to get, but they gave it to us.
I'm forgetting Enrique, and I think that was something I was going to bring up. I don't like his story at all. Do I need this anytime later? I
Um,
don't remember.
no, the
Like,
only
there's no big payoff to that, is
well,
there?
They're padding it.
there's
He's a piece of
he's a
shit.
piece.
Like,
Well,
okay.
yeah, he's a piece of shit. But remember, he kind of changes his ways as you go along.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So just showing me the most piece of shit part of him
yeah,
to later.
So we get to see an arc, but
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
again,
Okay. That's what I was
it,
wondering. I just was like, is there a reason for
But
this shit?
the whole gambling, like his gambling issues, I don't necessarily think we needed that. We already see how much of a asshole he is, like the way he makes a deal with Dylan Leary, the guy that's
The bad
the bad guy that's standing up for the Irish, right?
Irish.
Um, he makes a deal with him to let some goons go in the prison and try to take this guy out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Assam's just not having it, right?
and that's a badass scene.
Yeah.
Yes.
That shit is
Yeah.
awesome.
The fight
And then
scene.
they're like, wait, you speak English? He's like, what the what?
That tells us he's not a good guy, right? That
Yeah.
tells us
Yeah.
he's a sellout and he's gonna do whatever. The whole gambling thing, I think, is I guess it's okay to give us a little bit of his backstory, kind of, but
Here's why I have to be an
they
asshole,
kind of
right?
spend a long time with that, maybe too long. But they also introduce another character during those scenes, which is the other
The guy
the
that
other
left.
the guy that left and came back and is not working for them at the casino, right? So I think that character as we go along kind of plays a bigger and bigger role too. So you know, maybe there's a reason why that whole thing played out. It just felt like a lot.
The cop that I want to know more about is the Southern
Yeah,
cop. I'm like,
Yeah.
why are you on the West Coast, my dude?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Were you a Yankee? Wink. Or were you a rebel? And you're like, so that is a much more
yeah,
interesting tease than I got crippling gambling debt, so I'll let anybody come to prison and beat my people up.
Yeah.
Like,
One thing I kind of want to dig into a little bit when Super Produce Stevens comes back is I would love to see who the fight choreographer is of these. Like, is it the same people? Is it different people every episode? And I would love to see some movies and see just other things they've done. Because, dude, the fight scene in this shit they're
all the
clean,
fighting is
bro.
fucking amazing.
Good, man. It's up there with some of the stuff we've loved. Like some of for at least for me, it's up there with everything when we're like, fuck yeah, dude, this is so good. They got dances, they got violence, they got speed, they got fucking power. Like,
Yeah,
and like when a guy who doesn't know karate fights, like you
yeah,
see the different styles. And dude, there's a season 2 when they go to the tournament,
yeah,
the little blood sport in there with like different fighting styles, and it's just like fuck yeah, dude. Like
yeah,
they continues to do well. And then me and Enrique were talking about it, dude. The next episode is a Western one, and I'm just like fuck
yeah.
yeah, bro. Like yes, like this is the one I was talking about. And like I started watching it. I'm almost done with it.
Are
I
you?
was like, look at I'm already watching it, dude. Like because it is one of my favorite episodes. But yeah. So but I do agree. Four was a lot of blah blah. Because did we even get a fight scene in 4?
No, but we get the most messed up scene where the Irish go to the witness's house
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Talk about that.
they're like, hey, you didn't show up to court,
yeah,
and they're like,
Missed
but
court.
the Chinese lady came, and she's like, well, guess what? Now we're here, and they're like, burn the house down, and just light up right to. I can't imagine what it's like to have such an injustice where I know I can't fight back.
You can't do a
I
goddamn
literally can't fight back, and I've got a soccer team full of kids here that need to be fed.
Dog, I don't know how many fucking kids these motherfuckers had. Like, okay, all right. I understand that like at that time, like condoms and shit like that. But people's pull-out game was weak back in the day, or what the fuck?
He's like,
I'm
nah, man.
I'm just saying, dog. Like,
the idea probably never dawned on them. Like, oh, I can.
Bro,
He's
ain't nobody tell me about that. I figured that shit out on my own.
like, wait a minute.
But this is different times. This is,
Now, here's the thing. They're Irish. They're Irish Catholic. That's the thing. They're Irish Catholic, right?
Wait, that's
No, again,
against
Lo-
rules too.
los que nos de Dios.
yeah.
No, but no, wait, I'm just serious. Is pulling that against rules too?
No, but maybe
'cause-
the idea was that they didn't know that it would happen every time.
They're common people, buddy. They're people. They're people of the land. They're simple folks. In other words, assholes.
He got 37 kids, fool. Like they should have figured it out at the first.
In a row.
But
Yeah.
that's what God
Hey.
wanted, bro. That's what God wanted. It wasn't on. It wasn't on them.
I was really because it's not just this show, but it's one thing you hear. Like my grandma had 13 fucking kids. Like
Yes, but you're thinking these people came from agrarian places, right? So it's like, so they probably came still. They're in America, with this new mentality. Hey, I still need to have all these kids, just in case.
just in case, and that's true. You just never knew, right? You needed people to farm the.
Yeah, you needed free labor.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess, yeah, you're right. And that probably was more of it than anything else. But okay, Barca. So even though 4 was I mean, how you liking it? What you thinking so far?
I'll say it again, dude. Whenever it's Assam, whenever it's the triads fighting the Tongs, the world. I'm waiting for them to find Mogwais and then fight them in a secret tournament. Like I want that. And again, what I love from martial arts kung fu movies is it's this fantasy aspect that these people are faster than life. They are these human equivalents to superheroes, right?
Yeah.
So one of my loves, martial arts movies, superheroes,
whorehouse,
right? Because in the whorehouse, oh, sir. First of all, that's a different podcast.
But no, man, I think as we continue to dive into it, we'll continue to get some, dude, because it's really, really cool. So I'm excited about that. But
yeah, again, I don't care about the white lady. I don't care about the mayor. I don't care how the sausage is made. Mm-hmm. I want to see the hot dogs. Wink.
He wants hot dogs, fool. He wants a hot dog.
The mayor is just there for you to have someone to hate. You know.
Yeah, but I think you can just hate the bad though.
Yeah.
Ass bro, like he's a fucking evil motherfucker.
Yeah.
But and again,
but the mayor doesn't fight, right? He's the one you hate. That
yeah, you're right. That's true. Because a bad, like as fucked up as he is, he's truly trying to help his people. Like
his justification for it is like we came here. And this is we were cheap labor, and now these guys are doing it for half the price. Yeah. I have 37 kids because again I'm Irish Catholic, bro.
No temptations there, bro. None at all. But okay, man. But now, okay. So we're gonna continue to dive in through this, but we're gonna take a break next week.
Woo!
We're gonna jump into some wacky shit. Hey, Abarca. What are we watching next week?
So next week we're watching Black Belt Jones, starring Jim Kelly. This movie is a blaxploitation movie from the 70s. It is available on most streaming services to rent, not for free 99. It might be. There's a whole bunch of stuff out there.
Who knows?
Try Pluto. Try Freevee TV. Try my channel. Hee-hoo!
This is what I will tell you about this, Enrique. This is a movie that put Jim Kelly, and I think there were sequels to this, right, Abarca, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah. Yes.
And this is basically his Big Boss, his movie that kind of blew him up in the blaxploitation, but also martial arts that probably caught Bruce Lee's eye, and he's like, I want that dude in my movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So it's cool because I've never seen this, and I always wondered where he came from. So I'm excited to see this.
Yeah.
You know, so that's gonna be pretty cool, man.
And Black Belt Jones is a big influence on Michael Jai White and on Black Dynamite. So the nunchucks and the woo that comes from him.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So
that should be super cool, man. I'm excited.
so
Maybe now you'll see how genius Black Dynamite is after watching this. Bro. That's what's
it's
gonna
it,
happen, bro. So you'll see that. So I'm excited about that next week, man, for sure. Super Producer Stevens, barring anything crazy, Super Producer Stevens should be joining us again next week. She's hanging out with the fam today and killing a boar. I don't know, whatever she's doing. So it should be a good time. But she'll be back next week. We'll be ready to rock and roll. Barca, if they want it, or sorry, Enrique, if they want to leave us a message or like that, where can they do that at?
They can go to our link tree, linktr.ee/Gung-Fu. I'm going to it right now. Gung-Fu Super Bros. You can click on that. You go there. You got your link for Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, for link to our voicemail, and for you to leave us a message through Anchor, and also links for our Instagram and Twitter.
All right, Barca, if they want to leave us a voicemail, where do they do that?
wow, bro, you just don't see on my line. I have one thing to do every at the end of this every time. Hey, I got this. First of all, we are getting voicemails. I forgot to queue up the one we got this week.
Well,
Hey,
we play it right now.
You mean right here? Hold on.
Oh, I see what you did. Oh, that was awesome, Barca.
Thank you, listener, for sending us. I'm happy that you asked for more me. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. Namaste, my dude.
So where do they do? If they want to leave another message, Barca, where do they do that? What's the number?
You can go to www.gungfusuperbros.com or leave us a message at 661-401-5941. Be a part of our show. Folks, remember, rate, review, leave us a comment on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. If you're watching us on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell for notifications. We update most Mondays.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about that, guys.
When we record, yeah. And when we don't forget, to
when we actually record, when the fucking internet's working, when life
listen,
doesn't
people. Listen, unlike Mr. Beast, I can't heal 100 people who can't see. I have a job to go to, a 9 to 5.
We got jobs, man. We this is just like a shit we do for funs and giggles, man. We just give to the world.
just for funsies. Just for funsies.
Come on, man.
Here I go back to the drinking.
Now, if they want us to fucking do this full time, then y'all motherfuckers need to start paying some more money or something like that. We need some more likes, man. All right, guys. Well, we're super excited. I'm excited about
If you are into feet, go to Enrique's OnlyFans.
Hell yeah, bro. Like, whatever. That's making Enrique way more money than this bullshit. So he's all about that OnlyFans, bro. Like he's all about it.
It's called Lincoln Heights Feet.
It's just people wearing dirty chanclas. That's what it is. The whole fucking thing is just fucking dirty chanclas and shit.
After dark.
But yeah, I'm excited about next week's movie. We should see how it is. We'll check it out next week. We'll be good to go. But Abarca, say bye.
Hey, folks. Be good humans.
Enrique.
Bye.
And remember, my name's Ivan. Don't have a quote this week because it's a show and I don't want to do that. Hey, Wu-Tang motherfuckers.